Hey Riley, ThomasMoody from Marathon.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. How you doing?
Good. Yourself?
Good.
Great.
Mind if I have a seat?
Absolutely.
All right. So, what's new? I haven't talked to you in a while.
Same old, same old.
Same old, yeah.
Trying to run my C-store and stay in business.
Okay, yeah. Last time we spoke, you were actually getting ready for a wedding anniversary. Is that correct?
Yeah. It's been a while.
Okay. Did you and your wife do anything special for it?
No.
Not really.
Spend some time together.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, I just want to tell you, every time I come into your store, I really enjoy it. Your employees are very friendly, and your store is very tidy, and always looks very prim and proper. And that does say a lot about your attention to detail, and we at Marathon do notice that and appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right, so before we kind of get started and everything today, is there anyone else that needs to be here? Is your GM going to be in here with us, or is it just going to be you and me?
Just me.
All right, sounds good. So the reason I'm here today, Riley, is to present to you one of Marathon's newest programs. It's called Crispy Crunchy Chicken, and I tell you about all the benefits it has for your store. But before we get into that, is there anything that you would specifically like to cover today? Anything you want to go into detail about?
No, just catch up and maybe talk about a new program for the store. I've got a couple ideas of my own and see if this one works better.
Okay, absolutely. So to help me understand exactly where your store is at right now, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being completely satisfied and 0 being not satisfied at all, where would you rate yourself?
The store as a whole?
Yeah.
It's a 7.
Okay, 7. And why 7?
I think the business is doing well. We've got a good product slate at this point. I just think to get to that next level, to get to an 8 or 9, I need something else in the store to really differentiate myself from the competition.
Okay. Did you have any ideas on what could maybe bring you from 7 to 9 or 10?
Definitely a food service offering, as we've discussed. I mean, not sure what that food service offering should be yet, but I think having a hot food offering inside the store would be key.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. So tell me a little bit more about your sales with the gas versus inside your C-store.
I mean, obviously gas is exponentially higher than inside the C-store. It's high traffic, low margin, so you're not going to make a whole lot on gas, but it does drive the traffic to the site. And then inside the C-store, you get your higher profit margin items, 20% margin. It's going well. Obviously, we implemented the 3 options, as we discussed 6 months ago.
Yeah.
The beer cooler, the coffee bar, as well as the ATM. All in all, they have drove a little bit of an incremental revenue.
Okay.
Some more profit, but not to the extent that we had hoped. I was hoping to recoup that $20,000 within 6 months, but it's looking like it's been about 2 years before I actually recoup that $20,000 investment.
Okay. Yeah, and you said some of the items in your store are looking at, you said 20% margin. What are those items, and what are some of the other hot selling items that customers frequently come in for that really have good margins for you?
I mean, it differs from category to category. I mean, your beer is going to be 15% margin. Your CPG items, like your candy bars, can get up into the 40%. There's a mix throughout between those two.
Yeah, okay. Now, when your customers come in, do you think they're always satisfied and their expectations have been met by the time they leave the store?
I would hope so.
Okay. Have you noticed anything since we've implemented some of the past investments being the ATM, the beer, and the Fuller's coffee? Have you seen more excitement in the store? Has it generated any new traffic at all, or is it?
I mean, slightly. I mean, I don't know if it's generating new traffic as much as it's just, I think people are buying maybe a few extra items than they had in the past. Definitely there's been some increase in beer sales because there's more variety there.
Yeah.
Coffee, it's a more presentable setup now, so I think more people are buying coffee. But
Okay.
other than that, I mean, I would say business as usual, just maybe my existing loyal customers are buying a few more products.
Okay. So tell me what you're doing about the large residential area right behind your store. I did a little bit of research, and there's about 5,000 people back there. Are you doing anything to specifically target that group of people?
Not specifically.
Not specifically.
Just word of mouth, and
Okay.
this has been here for a long time, so people are familiar with us right here.
Okay. So getting into some of the previous investments that we've made, why do you think they haven't quite lived up to all of our expectations?
I don't know. I could ask you that question.
Have you seen anything in the store that's you're saying, you know what, if we would have done this better or this differently, maybe we would have gotten the ROI back a little bit sooner?
No, I guess just getting incremental people at the store. Like I said, it is getting a lift, but I'm not seeing new faces come in my store.
Okay, so you're wanting to drive more traffic? Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, new business.
New business?
Yeah, traffic, new business, and just
Yeah.
not seeing new customers.
Absolutely. So I know you recently shared with me that you read an article about implementing a full-service food option, and some of the ideas that you kicked around were pizza, like Little Caesars, Marco's, Domino's. What interests you in pizza?
Yeah, really, I've done some research and I've narrowed it down to Hunt Brothers Pizza right now.
Okay.
I think from an implementation standpoint, cooking pizza is pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a complex setup by any means. Anyone should be able to cook a pizza.
Yeah.
No royalty fees. And really, everybody loves pizza.
Yeah.
Hunt Brothers Pizza specifically also has a breakfast pizza.
Okay.
So I'm going back to differentiating my offering, having something there in the breakfast crowd. I think having that breakfast pizza is important.
Okay, yeah, I would absolutely agree. I think Hunt's has a lot to offer. However, today I'm here to present to you what's called Crispy Crunchy Chicken. It's one of Marathon's newest programs we're rolling out. I'm really going to focus on driving traffic and sales, get new customers into the store because it's very unique. I want to also diversify the revenue, so you're going to have lots of different ways to get money. So it's not just the coffee in the ATM, but it's a destination spot for your customers to come into to get the Crispy Crunchy Chicken. And also I think it's going to help a lot of the other investments. So when they come in to get the Crispy Crunchy Chicken, let's say they forgot their wallet. It happens sometimes. Oh, how convenient. There's an ATM machine right there, right? So how much have you actually heard about Crispy Crunchy Chicken?
I'm familiar with the brand. I'm not familiar with the products as much.
Okay, so let me tell you a little bit more about it. Crispy Crunchy Chicken is a nationwide brand founded in 1989 in Lafayette, Louisiana. They have over 2,300 locations nationwide, so they're very, very big. And a few things that are unique about them is one being they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So tell me, when your customers come in right now, what kind of breakfast stuff are they looking at? What are they getting?
I just have like granola bars and breakfast bars. That's really all I have right now inside the store.
Okay, yeah. How enticing do you think it would be for them to have a full breakfast menu? Not just a slice of pizza or breakfast pizza, but a full menu of options for breakfast.
I think it would be nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you think they've seen that anywhere else in the Findlay area? Has anyone else really implemented this yet?
From a C-store perspective?
Yes.
Yeah, a couple competitors do.
Okay.
But I'm not sure how they give them a full-serve breakfast option, but
Okay.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a quick look at their menu here. They have a very, very big menu. They have a lot of different options to cater to a lot of different people. So it's not just the crispy crunchy chicken. They also have crispy seafood. They have sides. With sides they have potato wedges, mac and cheese, green beans, you name it. It's all on the menu to really cater to the vast amount of people there.
So it's all fried food?
Yes.
For the most part?
Yes, They do have a few healthy options. Some of the buns are whole wheat. Again, people don't want to come in and get just the unhealthy, the pizza, the chips, the donuts. They want some healthy options, and that's what the Crispy Crunchy has. They have a lot of options, so you can really choose what you want to do.
I've looked at a few different full menu options like this in the past, and I was kind of leaning towards pizza just because I'm concerned with having a fryer inside my store and the smell of grease.
Yeah.
Is that an issue with this program?
No. They have a ventilation system that they would install in your store, so it would take it right out. They haven't seen that problem in any of their 2,300 locations nationwide. But I do want to ask you, how many C-stores in Findlay already have pizza places?
C-stores have pizza places?
Mm-hmm.
Not many, I don't think. Not C-stores. I mean, there's pizza places. But
Okay, there's a lot of pizza places. So it's more of a common theme to go into a C-store and see a piece of pizza, whether it's Hunt's or it's Papa John's or someone else. It's a very common concept. Would you agree with that?
Maybe not in the Findlay market, but yeah, there's a lot of C-stores with pizza in them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now have you ever thought about this? Catering. Hear me out. So we have a residential neighborhood just over there with 5,000 people there. Now when they have parties in the summer, where are they getting their food from?
Everywhere and anywhere, I guess.
Everywhere and everywhere. Do they really want to drive 2 miles to the closest Buffalo Wild Wings, drive home, wait for it to get cold, and then get it out and eat it? No. What they would like to do right here is be catered by Crispy Crunchy Chicken because they don't even have to leave the neighborhood to get it. So they come in to get their catering, and also they're going to need some beer, right? You can't have a party without beer, could you? Of course not. So they come to get their chicken, they got the beer, they need some cigarettes as well. Boom, right there. It's a one-stop shop that caters to all of their needs. So if they were to order from Buffalo Wild Wings or get a pizza, you'd have to make a couple other stops at the beer store and go to Walmart to get your chips. No, no, no. They would come to your convenience store and get it all right then and there. But you know, I could sit here and I could tell you about this really all day long. Very passionate and very excited about this. But what I would like you to do is take a look here at a letter of recommendation from one of our jobbers down in Columbus. His name is Joe Smith. Now, Joe's got a very interesting story. About 16 months ago, his store was not doing well at all. They were on the verge of going under and shutting the doors. And I worked extensively with Joe, and this was kind of our last-ditch effort to drive traffic into his store. And in 16 months, his store has gone from being at the very bottom of his region to at the very top, being number one. And he credits a lot of that to Crispy Crunchy Chicken just because it drives the traffic. It is a destination spot. No longer do you have to go from one spot to another to get the gas, to get your chicken or dinner to somewhere else. One shop stop. And also, I did a little bit of research in the Cleveland area to some of the other stores we have there. Now, these are very particular stores because they have very, very similar demographics to Findlay, and their store is very similar revenue to you. So they're about as close as we could find. Now, the average ROI that we're looking at is about 8 to 9 months. However, these stores are looking about 5 to 6 months to get their money back. We haven't seen that really anywhere else. And Findlay is a tremendous market to try this again. The stores are very similar, and I really think your store could get your money back in under 8 to 9 months. What do you think about that? How does that sound?
I mean, obviously, it's a pretty good turnaround. I don't know what the investment is for it, but anytime you can get an ROI on your investment in 6 months, like I had hoped originally, yeah.
Precisely. So let's get into some of the numbers here. Now, do you happen to have existing kitchen equipment in your store already? Okay, so here, you're going to be looking at about a $35,000 investment, and that includes everything. That includes inventory, equipment, the signs and the marketing. You're not going to nickel and dime you here, no. One price covers it all, and there's no royalty fees. There's no franchise fees. They're not going to charge you a certain percent for every sale. That is all yours to keep. They want you to keep that, and that's one reason they've been expanding so fast and rapidly throughout the country, is because they have that business model. So, I know you like high margins. Everyone likes high margins. Here, we're looking at 51% margin on all chickens sold. Right? Do you think that would help your business at all?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. And best of all, you're going to get an extra $50,000 a year in additional revenue. You could use that. That could help, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, an extra $50,000 in extra income a year if you install the Crispy Crunchy Chicken.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So what are you thinking right now? How are you feeling?
There's a couple questions on here. So 7% waste and shrink.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to need an extra waste removal service?
Nope, that's all included with the $35,000.
They're going to come get rid of my garbage as well?
No, they'll take care of the oils from the Crispy Crunchy Chicken. The waste will just be in your normal waste basket in the dumpster out back.
Okay.
And the oils will be picked up by Crispy Crunchy Chicken so it can be disposed of effectively.
Okay. And then $750 per day to get to the income that you're discussing on a yearly basis.
Correct.
Is that something that Crispy Crunchy or Marathon will stand by so that I can keep that way this ROI actually comes?
Yeah, this is what we've seen across the entire country, and Marathon fully supports this. You have our full backing, and we're absolutely confident that this is accurate numbers and it's really going to drive sales and new traffic into your store.
Okay.
Now, do you see a value in this concept at all?
$50,400, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, an extra $50,000. It's going to build brand loyalty as well. Now, really, I got to tell you this. There's not a Crispy Crunchy Chicken within a 50-mile radius of Findlay.
Oh.
If you were to implement this, you'd be the first one. Now, what do you think that would do to your customer loyalty and your brand image?
I mean, with existing customers, I think it would drive them inside the store, but how are the general population going to be aware that I have a Crispy Crunchy Chicken in Findlay?
Yeah, precisely. And as you can see here, some of the signage they have outside the store, it makes your store a lot more attractive. You see the signage, it's a destination spot. So they come here for the Crispy Crunchy Chicken. While they're in here, they can get their beer. If they need cash for the day, you get an ATM. This is going to drive up a lot of your other investments as well and really help you out in the long run.
Are there any advertising or other ways for people that aren't just driving by my store can find out that I'm actually offering this product?
So you're going to have the signage, and Crispy Crunchy Chicken is actually running a special if you sign up before the end of the year that they'll pay for your first 6 months of advertising up to $25,000.
Okay.
So, would you like to take advantage of this unique opportunity today, Riley? Can I sign you up?
I'd like to do a taste test maybe next week.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. How does next Wednesday sound?
Perfect.
Okay, I will see you Wednesday. What time?
Dude.
I'll see you Wednesday at noon. Thanks so much.